The first step in every presentation is really going to be to explain to the accounts how the business got started, and it's very, very simple. The business got started as a result of doing clothing trunk shows with high-end clubs, and the one question that just kept coming back over and over again was, what kind of a belt do I put with this suit, or what kind of a belt do I put with this trouser? And when we looked around the club, we didn't see a belt that actually spoke or addressed the needs of that customer. We saw a lot of ribbon belts, we saw a lot of athletic-inspired belts with Nike and Adidas, but we really didn't see a belt in there that spoke to the guy who was wearing a better dress pant. And whether it was our dress pant or a Canali or a Brioni or a Zanella, we quickly realized that most of the members that belong to the clubs we call on are wearing a better pant, and we really felt like there was an opportunity there not only for the club, but for us, and thus we started the LEN Belt Collection. So in the first step, we've clearly stated to the account how the business got started and the opportunity that we felt was there for both the account and for the company. The next step in the presentation should be showing them the qualities that we've put together with our products that we feel speak to the most discerning taste and certainly the members of their clubs. And so I would, at that point, take a belt and show them the different quality features that go into every one of our belts. And you've got this outlined in your sales collateral, and it's just a simple follow-through on the outline that we've got there, but it's very, very simple. From a quality standpoint, it's a no compromise approach to quality. From the leathers, we use the finest leathers, from Italian calf to American alligator, and the fact of the matter is we have one of the most extensive product offerings in the business today. Every material that we use, from the outer skins to the lining itself, is a 10.5 ounce vegetable dyed steer back lining, which serves as the spine of the belt, and it's going to give you the stability you need. But what we really like about this is initially it's going to feel a little firm, but as you start to wear it a few times, it will start to actually contour around the shape of your body, very similar to what you'd see with a custom shoe. This is the same materials they use in the soles of custom shoes, and it provides the same benefit that you'd find in the sole, is this will start to contour around your body. We've done some really unique things. When we talk about being unique and innovative, is all of the belts have top stitching on them, and you've got 14 different top stitch options that you can bring to any of the leathers that we offer today. In this particular case, it's the Italian calf skin in black with a purple top stitch, and we also take and have edge ink dyed exactly to the thread color, and we will hand paint all of the edges to the exact color of the top stitch option. All of the belts are hand sanded down so that, like a fine piece of furniture, all of the edges are seamless. You get a nice smooth edge, and the hand feel of the product is beautiful. From a buckle standpoint, you can buy a lot of buckles from a lot of places, but we really felt like Italy provided the best buckle, and all of the buckles today are handmade and hand polished out of Italy. And last but not least, we're really, really proud of the fact that every one of these belts are handcrafted in America. So to review the first two steps, we've talked to the accounts about how the business got started and the opportunity we felt was there for them. Two, we've talked to them about the no compromise approach, or the qualities that go into each and every one of our belts. And the third step is really to talk to them about the unique and innovative business mold that we created that will help them eliminate a lot of the pitfalls associated with the way that they do the belt business today. The first thing that we noticed in reviewing the belt business is that all of the accounts had to buy 8 belts in order to cover the different waist sizes from 32 to 42. And ultimately what ended up happening is they were selling the 34s, the 36s, and the 38s, and the end sizes, the 32s, the 40s, and the 42s weren't selling. So all of the profitability that they made on the 34s, the 36s, and the 38s were washed away by the markdowns they encountered with the odd sizes at the end. not to mention that their belt presentation in the shop started to look a little ragged because they had all of these odds and ends that have accumulated over a certain period of time. So we certainly didn't want that, and we knew that based on the quality and the price point that we were going to introduce our collection at, that they wouldn't be able to carry the traditional waist size, different waist sizes from 32 to 42. So what we did is we created a belt that's simply 44 inches long, so that we felt that would cover 99% of anyone who walked in, whether they're a size 28 or they're a size 44. And the concept behind this was to teach the accounts how to individualize the belt to the exact measurements of that customer. So not only does that allow them the opportunity to bypass the markdowns associated with carrying belts in a traditional waist size manner, but the really, really cool feature about this, especially at the high-end clubs, is now they can individualize a belt to the exact waist size measurements of that customer, which is exactly the type of service levels that every one of the better clubs we call on today should be trying to extend to their members. Secondly, it allowed them to carry 24 distinctly different belts for the same inventory level that it would take them to carry 3 belts in a traditional waist size manner. So now, if you look at it from an overview, they've got a belt that with quality levels that speak to their member. They can carry 24 distinctly different belts for the same inventory levels that it would take them to carry 3 in a traditional waist size manner. And the most important part about this business mold is the fact that they can now individualize that belt and raise the service levels they provide for the membership by individualizing that belt to the exact waist size measurements of their member. So in closing, I just wanted to touch on the key points again. First, we've talked to them about the opportunity and how the business got started. We've talked to our accounts about the no compromise approach to quality and the quality features that go into our belts. We've talked to them about the innovative business mold and the opportunity for our accounts to carry 24 distinctly different belts for the same inventory levels that it takes them to carry 3 belts in a traditional waist size manner. There's no more markdowns, there's no more seasonality, and the really important part, especially for the better clubs we call on, is they've got the opportunity to individualize that belt for every member that comes through their door to their exact waist size. So no longer do they have to be in a 34, a 36, a 38, wearing the belt too loose or wearing it too tight. They can fit that belt exactly to their waist size measurements, and those are the kind of services that our clubs should be offering to their membership today. And last, we've put it in a package to where it really comes in a turnstile type of a way. We've provided the fixture, the shears, the punch, the swatches, an opening mix. We've tried to make that as simple and as painless as possible and get them directed in product that we know has had a great selling history over the course of the last 18 months. So hopefully this gives us all a better understanding of the key points, the flow of the way a presentation should go, and it will allow us to be telling the story in the same manner across the country. So I want to thank you all for your patience and look forward to building a great business.